you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon, and we're here on Broadway World or on the Broadway Podcast Network. And I love cabaret, and I sing cabaret, and I've watched the movie Cabaret, and that's all I got for you. And I love people who do cabaret, and I love people who do cabaret at Joe's Pub because they're like the coolest people that do cabaret. Like, that's where all the cool kids come and do cabaret. And our next guest has a new album coming out and a show at Joe's Pub. And all of the people that love cabaret love our next guest. He is kind of like, someone called him like the David Bowie of cabaret. And now, if that wasn't so cool, and that made me have hatred and hateration for our next guest, then he comes on, he tells me that he's 41 and I'm 41. And then he has like 106 less wrinkles. I said we could be brothers until I realized he has much less wrinkles than me. And better hair. You know what? Kim David Smith, you're not coming on the show. I'm bumping you. You're off the show. Get off my show. No, Kim David Smith is here. Hair and no wrinkles and all. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, viewers. And
See,
listeners,
look,
perhaps.
No wrinkles. None. Moisturizing.
Look, moisturizing. I started off because, I don't know, my mom just had sort of like very 80s like skin tips, and so I started off with Vaseline and just Vaseline all over my face at nighttime. I don't know if that helped me. I did it for years as a teenager. What do teenagers got to worry about? The sun. Sun. Do not be in the sun. But you know, aside from that,
well,
I have no secrets.
I'm gonna do the rest of the interview with my, just like this. I'm gonna pull like Norma Desmond my eyes back, and I'm just gonna, we're the same age, can you tell? And if you're listening to us on a podcast, I'm sorry, but you need to watch the visual on YouTube or on Spotify. So, Kim, you have a show and an album, and it's so fascinating. Tell me.
All right. So, mostly Marlene, both a show and an album at this point. Mostly Marlene. It's my people, and there she is. There she is. Okay. First foremost, I am so thrilled with how this album art turned out. I've been shopping around for ages and just thinking like, what the hell am I going to do with it? I really liked the album artwork for my previous Live at Joe's Pub record. This one also was recorded at Joe's Pub last year in February. So it's fresh, it's new, it's fresh, it's still fun and interesting and cool. Everybody should listen to it. But I was like, I want to do something sort of like, feels like sisterly to that, but felt very like Helsfieldian, and just sort of like fabulous, a bit theatrical and very silly. I wound up just doing a self-portrait. I got sort of like around sort of the first of this year, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I just threw together a self-portrait, sent it to my designer friend. He's like, this is actually it. He tidied it up a lot. He says a little, I say a lot. But I'm like, at a Kim David Smith show, it's top hat, it's eyelashes, and it's brazen red lips. And so that's what we did.
I like this look. I'm not going to steal it, but I really love it. It is so good. I really am obsessed with eyelashes, Kim. Like Kim David Smith, when I see a person in the street and they have good eyelashes, I can't help but be like, oh my God, your eyelashes are gorgeous, but I've never had eyelashes put on.
Well, and as a person of Shetlandian and UK descent, I feel like eyelashes and eyebrows, they're not always guaranteed. I'm lucky to have what I've got, but for the shows, I put a little extra on.
Well, your career's so everybody, the album, but while we're talking, while we're here, before I start being silly and getting in the deep and dirty here with Kim David Smith, you know, I want people to know that the album is available to be streamed on March 21st. Make sure you link and download and save and all the things you do wherever music is heard. And we can find more information about it at kimdavidsmith.com, where all the information is available. And also you can follow Kim David Smith over at Kim David Smith on Instagram. He made it easy. It's kimdavidsmith.com and at Kim David Smith. And the music is under Kim David Smith. And go live your best life. What is when people say to you that you are, like I was saying before, the David Bowie of cabaret, or you're the Mr., the male Marlene Dietrich, and all these ideas, these things that people say about you, is this person we see on stage you? Is it a version of you? Is it what is your cabaret persona?
I think my cabaret persona is It's a Frankenstein's monster of all of the above, things yet to be excavated. It's very much an amalgam of everything that I've seen and loved and felt a part of as an audience member in the past. It's, you know, I'm as cobbled together as the next gay. But it's like for me, it's Marlene, Minnelli, Minogue. Those are my M's, right? And you know, Madonna is, you know, but those three are very much at the table. I don't. I've been doing this for about 20 years, more than 20 years, still, but like good, 20 years. And it's evolved over time. It's settled over time. I've every single day I discover a little bit more about myself. It's terrifying. But every day you discover that, and that goes for like yourself on stage as well. And sure, there are moments like I tend to begin in a little bit more of an arch space because it's cute and it's fun, and I let myself breathe through the show, and by the end, I'm gasping and breathless. Usually, it's a very disco-ified Kylie, All the Lovers moment at the end of the show with lots of twirling and spinning and dancing. And at that point, it's very unabashedly Kimishly Kim. But there's a journey, as there should be through anybody's show.
I love that so much. I love the press release says, like, above all else, it is gay, it is queer, it is for us, it is for our people, it is going to make you smile and laugh and dance and twirl, and you give the full roller coaster of emotions on the album and in the show.
I do try, you know, everything from camp archness to faggy sentimentalism and all the nothing in between.
That sounds like my kind of night. I'm obsessed. I need to, people, go get a ticket. Well, while we're talking about tickets, if you want to see the live show, you can go see the album release and the debut and the whole shebang March 21st, right there at Joe's Pub. Get yourself a drink and a cheese board and hang out with all the cool people over at the Public and Joe's Pub, where it's the spot. It's the spot.
Please do get a ticket and do that. We are celebrating the record, and it's the mostly Marlene set, but we've taken a bunch of stuff out. Hopefully not your favorites, but you can listen to them anytime you want. Stream it, and we're putting in a whole bunch of other stuff like so. Kylie is my Jesus, and I was stunned to learn that in the tour, which so excited, but I did take a peek at the set list. She's not doing Someone for Me, which is from Tension 2, which Tension 2 is, it's so fabulous. It's scripture. But she's not doing that song. And I thought it was absolutely the most obviously coolest song. Anyway, so we've decided to do it. She's not touring with it. We're doing it. We've done this exquisite jazz take on that song. It's like super jazzy, very like Julie London Throws a Party. It's really going to be so fabulous. And then we're doing Tom Waits, because why not?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Can I say something and you won't like me anymore?
Mm-mm.
See, I'm from the United States and we have a lot of problems here, like in general, period. Full stop. That's all I have to say. And you are not. And Kylie Minogue, I think sometimes in the United States, she's very popular. The world, she's like an iconic superstar goddess. Why do we not love on the Kylie Minogue here like everyone else does?
I'll tell you why. It's
David, tell me.
And so people, it has nothing to do with love, and it in fact has everything to do with hate. You cannot write bad press about Kylie Minogue. America thrives on bad press. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, so-and-so's tit fell out. This and this happened. But, you know, she's just so she's chiefly fabulous. She's chiefly kindness. Have you ever heard? I don't.
Not here.
She's just this glimmering, shimmering visitation. She is, as Rufus Wainwright puts it, she is the gay shorthand for joy. And you can't write a bad word about her. And I think that is a lot of it. It's like, there's no like scandal. She's not like crying and clutching a Pepsi in a parking lot. You know, she's not flashing her bits getting out of a car. You know,
Pepsi in a parking lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's Google it. Someone did. Someone did.
Someone was in a Pepsi crying in a parking lot with a Pepsi crying, and it's not Kylie Minogue, but I love her music. And if you're gay and you're at the club, people love her. Her music is iconic. And beyond the songs that can't get you out of my head and all the stuff that was big hits in the United States, like her music goes deep. So a tour here is a big deal. But if you can't go see her tour here, you could see Kim David Smith and you could see him do Kylie Minogue and Minnelli. Now, see, I am a Minnelli gay. Like, that is my era.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong. Well, but you will rarely go wrong. Like, it's just, I mean, Liza is on stage, and I believe as a human. I almost met her once, and I say almost. It was my decision. We were both getting an award the same night, right? Which is in 2009, we were getting an award together, and I was sound checking before her, and so I hung around, got to see and she was just in, and this isn't to besmirch, because she's got a lot going on, but she was in a little bit of a state. She got there, she got onto the stage, like took her out of her pocket her bag of cigarettes, popped that on the piano, and she's got the director of her Broadway show running at the time, Liza at the Palace. They're sort of like, helping her like sort of like get herself around this like one song and presentation. And then she was bringing Charles Aznavour onto the stage, which, she adores him. And he was fabulous too. But I could just tell, I just had this moment of maturity that I regret. I regret my maturity. I had this moment of, this is not the time. She's not being, hi, Georgia. That's not the moment. Do you know what I mean? That's not where she is. She's not sitting in that moment. And I should not intrude. And I didn't. And I guess I'm happy with myself for being a big boy. But like, I'm also like, well, there goes Sally Bowles, Kim.
But but you got an award the same night that she got an award, which is a Bistro Award, which in and of itself is an honor and should be is wonderful and incredible. But then you get to honor her on this record and in the show, doing songs like doing cabaret on it, things like that are you get to be and do your Kylie. Like you have you have the gay anthem of the year, you have the Kylie moments, you have cabaret on here. And then you have a litany of Marlene songs.
Yes. The album is a celebration of Marlene intersecting with my favorite of her composers, Friedrich Hollaender, who wrote a bunch of, and if I'm known for anything, it's the Weimar Republic rap, all the Marlene stuff, and then all my Kylie dabbling. But like he wrote all kinds of things for the clubs in the 1920s in Berlin, when everything was just really culturally ablaze in a marvelous way. And then it wasn't, as of 1933. Welcome to 2025. We go again. Anyway, and so he wrote with and for her a bunch, and then moved over to the US once the Nazis took over, and so she continued to work with them through her life and her professional career. And so it's just like tons of their music together. Boys in the Back Room, The Man's in the Navy, which is just about sort of sledding a Navy folk sledding it up, and it's tons of fun. And then, but throughout all of that, there are Kylie inflections for those with ears to hear. There are Kylie inflections. There are the Minnelli-isms that I do pepper throughout in a way that I struggle with the word authenticity. I don't quite know what it means something else, something different to like everybody. I think it's not really a thing. But in a way that feels organic, natural. I'm not sort of just throwing in just for,
Well, I'm in to hear the album. I'm in to see, for people to see the show. When did you come here? When did you come here from Australia?
Well, I came over, I started visiting in 2005, and then I moved here in 2007. And my entire adult life has been here. And people say, it's like, oh, things are getting crazy. But Australia's like, why don't you move back to Australia? I'm just like, are you kidding me? The lifetime that I have invested in New York, in P-Town, and forget it, putting aside professionally, it's just like obviously my husband would come with me if we went to Australia, but like, you know, my friendships, it's just like, it's been almost 20 years here.
Yeah, this is you're here. You're an American, for better or for worse, like all of us. You suck it up. But art is a way to protest, and art is a way to get our word out, and especially queer art. And queer art and art where you get to say, this is my husband, I'm going to sing Liza Minnelli, and I'm going to stand up here in a hat, and I'm going to put on lipstick, and I'm going to sing my damn song. That is a protest in of itself, and we need it more than ever.
More than ever. And it is not, and this is not to exclude our allies, because my shows, my album, it's all about bringing people together who share values, who share a sense of the camp and of the fabulous. Very few straight guys. Lots of lesbians. A lot of lesbians are the best people. The very best.
I love lesbians.
And for especially in P-Town, like lesbians are my peeps.
I'm sitting here, and this is not to make it about me and my wrinkles.
Please.
But I do a big old pride show at 54 Below every year that's all diva music. And I just sing songs I shouldn't sing. And I'm like, why isn't Kim David Smith at my show singing Kylie Minogue? Why don't I see your show? Why are you not here? I need you to be there on June 20th this year, because you are my cup of tea. Like, I get you're crazy.
Let's do it. Oh, let's just do it. Let's padam while the padaming is good.
Let's do it. But I need people to buy a ticket first and see you do it, and stream the album. And because yes, we need all of this to go. People need to be a part of it. So you have Charles Busch on the record. You have an incredible cast of people working with you to tell me a little bit about the production of this record. Who's on it? Who helped you produce this? What's the deal?
Look, when people say, well, it's a love letter to queer nightlife. It's a love letter. Well, it is. It just is. All right. It just is. And we mean it. Joey Arias and I have performed together, been friends for just like years. We have our own special love language, which is just sending each other dick pics of random dicks that we find online. That's our love. We rarely actually use words. And in among the dick pics, I was like, hey, honey, do you want to do a duet for my record? And he's like, of course. So, we had Joey in the studio. Charles Busch and I met. We met. He was drawing me at an erotic drawing group that occurred Wednesdays, used to be on Wednesdays, in Soho. And he was, and you just strike up a conversation.
Yes.
And obviously, knew who he was. And we just what an absolute angel, what a darling. He's one of my chief inspirations for queer nonsense. And so it was a real delight getting hit. So rewind slightly. 17 tracks are live on the record, and then there's 4 tracks of bonus studio duets. And so we've got Joey. Charles came in and did Illusions, one of Marlene's most covered songs. But we've done this gorgeous, sweet duet. It's very sort of two actors. This is sort of whiling away intermission. And just sort of talking about life. And he actually wrote some original dialogue for the song, which I am classifying as a lost 2-line Charles Busch play. So that's on the song as well. It's an entire play. It's just 2 lines. And then we've got my mother does a duet with me as well, which is the cutest, sweetest thing. She was over. When did we record that? 2023. She was over for my 40th birthday, and I was just like, let's jump in, let's get in the studio. We booked it, we did it, and she was amazing. She even learned the German, and so we did it's another Friedrich Hollaender song, which is in the public domain. I just found out, so I don't have to pay for it.
Good,
honey.
Miss Linda Randall is your mom?
She's my mother.
I can't wait to listen. My mom doesn't. She plays the accordion.
Hey.
I wish my mom sang, because I would, for lack of a better word, I was going to say whore her out, but that's not right. I would make her sing. That's so cute, Kim David Smith.
You should do a duet with your mother. Like, you sing, she plays accordion. That's the sweetest thing ever. That's so divine. Think about it.
That might be even too bizarre and gay for me, but I like it. But there's a way to do it.
There's a way. It's possible. Go ahead. Kids, listen. You kids out there listening, you can do a duet with your mother. There's a way. Figure it out, get it done. Because, like, honestly, what a beautiful souvenir. And she sounds so lovely on the record. I rewrote some of the English translation, especially for our relationship, which is as special as anybody else's with their mother. We all, those of us who have a really good mom, that's the meat and potatoes of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this album, listen, everybody, he said there's 21 tracks in total. You're getting your money's worth, and you're going to get your money's worth when you go see the show. So I'm really excited. It's out March 21st. And so stream the music on March 21st, wherever it's heard. Minogue, Minnelli, Marlena. There's a little Madonna erotica moment. There's a lot for you there. So gays and, as Robbie Roselle says, queers and queer adjacent people.
Yes, we love Robbie.
He directs my show. That's it. You're coming to my show. Kim.
What? Where have I been?
So we're gonna go to KimDavidSmith.com. And where have I been? Why haven't I been to your show?
Why are we in the same room and we don't know it? Where's
I think we may be the same person. I'm Demi Moore, and you are the person that crawled out of my back in that Substance movie.
Yeah. And I'm whatever her name is who won the Oscar. I don't really follow, but I just know.
And we're going to follow you. I'm following Kim David Smith on Instagram so we stay up to date. So everybody, homework assignment. We're going to, March 21st, we're going to listen to the album. We're going to go to Kim David Smith. We're going to buy tickets for Joe's Pub. And we're going to celebrate this entire big gay extravaganza moment. The show's on the 21st. The album's on the 21st. Everything's happening on the 21st. You're a joy. I had so much fun with you.
Thank you, honey. This was such a pleasure. This was exactly the gay ambrosia I needed on this day.
Exactly. I like ambrosia, weirdly.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. Congratulations. I can't wait to listen.